Alright, so where is this ghost getting assigned? Apparently... Okay, that works. I like it. I like seeing all my employees' motivation at top notch. I am an employer. I'm a slaveholder who cares about his subordinates. Alright, so I can get a choice between a monster or a trap. I really like the gold. The gold is probably the deciding factor for me, so we're gonna go with the veterans. Okay, so I've spent quite a bit of time planning out my crew that is going to be for this battle. We'll start off with, I guess, bone catapult. If they also, I may not get rid of them in morale style. They still do less damage if they start losing morale. All right, for the first group, what I've written down for room 1 is the, let's see here, the Dark Magus, the Yetigo, and the Ghost. One of the ghosts are my best bet. Now all these units, they attack the front, so I will need the most durable person in the front. That's the Yetigo. He also does the least damage, but the reason he's definitely being a part of the team is because he will apply slow to the enemy, which will reduce their speed by 40. Considering they have 85 or 45 speed, that could give me basically an extra round of attacks. Let's see here. Then I want Fade and Tran, or Wraith. These guys are going to be the same. Terran's going to do the most damage out of everybody, I think, if my calculations are correct. Now I don't know if this passive 15% resistance is shown right now, so you see Ulrich's ability passive. All resistance increased by 15. I don't know if that number to the left of it, where it says air 15%, nature 0%, is already reflecting that or not. We're gonna go ahead and rallying horn this, and then we're gonna bust out the following heroes, or champions, or monsters, or whatever you want to call them. I may end up calling them heroes just because we're used to calling our characters heroes. We're gonna stick the Boarman in front. Then we're gonna put the Gargoyle, who's, even though he's level 1, his air to everybody is actually, it rates higher in the efficiency amount of my calculations. And this is very rough calculations. It doesn't take everything into account, such as how many turns they last, or the bleed effect. It doesn't take all that into account. And you know, I don't plan on mathing out the game that much at this time. Maybe later, maybe in the future. Perhaps I'll come up with like some sort of super calculations for it. And then finally, we're gonna put Muhath. Let's see how this group works now that I've planned it out. Let's see if there's actually a noticeable difference.
Prepare to die.
All right, so we have air damage to the area. We're gonna go with that. And then let's see here. Okay, the Yetigo apparently did not even get to move, so that hurts things a lot. May not really matter to apply tiredness, then we'll just lightning strike it. Alright, so that first round went very badly. I knew that the Yetigo was actually very, very fragile, because I wrote down that he was going to suffer 121% of his life as damage. Just kind of hoped that he would get a move off, but I didn't exactly count out if the first 2 attacks would kill him, so I should have done that. That would matter. Alright, so the enemy heroes are basically at full fighting power now that they've moved to my second group. There's no debuffs or anything. We're gonna go ahead and haste my party. You take some extra air damage.
And give it
Jeez.
Disturb my slumber. Do you want some more?
Maybe I should have seen how much challenge does. Oh, challenge does quite a bit. Might be a good one, 3 moves with that.
I'm committed. And committed.
Do I want tears or blood more? I can't even see what I have. Well, I guess we'll do whiplash just so I get some healing back.
I'm committed. And committed.
I probably should have done this first so I can get some health. Alright, so the gargoyle, he doesn't seem that good to me because he just has so little health. So it's 60 health at level 1, so health might be a really big factor in me deciding which characters I get. So for example, this guy has 80 health, which isn't substantially more than 60, but it is something. He also has 6 motivation, which is pretty cool. I like having high motivation units. So this would increase the remaining 2 monsters by 40%, so if I paired them up with 2 very powerful monsters, that might work. We'll try the Naga. I've never used a Naga before. Never used a Goblin Drummer either. Applies air weakness. I do have a lot of air units. Maybe Goblin Drummer. Alright, so that did not go well. All that planning was kind of wasted, I guess. Alright, excellent. I got enough for a full squad. All the air units, perhaps row. So this will be my air units here. They'll share a satyr each. So the only thing is Carolyn. Fire, nature, morale. You'll replace with vulnerability. There we go. That should be a decent setup for room 2 and room 1. Okay, I got a lot of gold this time. Let's do this. Damage and applies 12, demoralize 2 when the ghost is defeated. Interesting idea. 50% more damage for the first move. Not quite sure how to read this. I think it means that she has 30 now and will go up maybe 10 points afterwards. Enhanced resistance. Okay. So I guess it doesn't necessarily reflect it now. Okay. $25 hit points, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should go by hit point value. I don't know. Alright, so these guys will get 20 hit points each and they're very cheap, so we'll go ahead and pay for that. You're super cheap, I guess. I mean, it's something. You're very fragile. I think you'll die like after 1 move, so it probably won't use you all that much. We'll hold off on that. Air damage adds 2 stacks to all penalties applied to the target. That's really almost nothing. These stats suck. You get 20 more health. Damage dealt is increased by 100% if the target's air resistance is negative. Yes, please, I'll take that. Okay, 263 left. So I can level up either of these 3. We'll pick you. And that's it. That's all I can afford. Gothor is asking for blood. Quench his thirst, and he will send one of his most dreadful avatars into the mortal world. Summons a random monster of demon type. 252 life by choosing the ritual. Sure. Some kind of ogre pretending to be a monster trainer offers you his services in exchange for some fresh blood. One of your employees can help you lower the price. So I guess I can, sure, 20 blood for 2 levels? Why not? I don't really know how much blood is worth. Apparently, guess I can get armor. Alright, so now we have rare reward, 200 gold. Master bonus, 200 gold-ish. Okay, and a trap. Kind of what the champion. How am I doing on group? How am I doing with my party? They're all level 2 and nobody's level 3 yet. I might bust out the biggest, baddest dudes for this one though. We could try it. Alright, so we're going to go with Jigo, Sakmash, and Muheth. Jigo has the most fire resistance out of the group and a good chunk of hit points, so he will be in the far back. Now he won't be faster, but he'll still get 1 move per. He'll just get one. He'll get 1 move per Moriador's moves -1, rather than the same. So Sakmash. See here, you do air and nature. You are resistant to air, not resistant to nature. You're not resistant to air, but you're very resistant to nature. So probably Muheth, Sakmash, and Jigo in that order. Guess we're just gonna demoralize, rage, and this is the last group. We're gonna need Laugh, Coffee, and Argug. Argug will be in the front line taking the air and nature damage. Laugh will be next. He doesn't have air or nature resistance, but he does have quite a bit of hit points. And then last is Coffee, so he can tank the Fire Magician. I don't know how well this will work. My character's rate very low against this team, actually, according to my spreadsheet.
Fresh meat!
Alright, so there's no real need to use Gust because there's no monsters in front unless I want to just do damage to everybody. So we'll go ahead and apply Tiredness. Now we will try War Drum, I think. Let me think here. Will you survive another hit? You would survive another hit. So is 40% more damage better than air resistance reduced by 40? Probably. Because the Null gets something too. And that's why the Null's in the back. He can actually take quite a few hits from this guy. You have 28 hit points. The next group, I don't have an area attack aside from Coffee, which I don't know what his speed is. It would be enough to kill you, however. The question is Coffee faster than the Orc or Laugh? Can I see that here? Yes, I can actually. Yeah, coffee is faster, so he'll get to throw out fire and kill you right away. Right? Nope, you'll survive. Damage dealt reduced by 20%. Okay, yeah, he'll survive, unfortunately. So the best thing to do is probably... Wait, he's enraged, right? You're enraged, aren't you? You will be enraged. So you'll actually do a little bit more damage. You will do enough to kill him, right? Okay. And you're faster than him and the guy. So actually, I will not Burning Whip. I will show no mercy. Alright, so now... Is there really a difference? I don't think there is. Alright, so that was an excellent move on my part. Yeah, I was super worried how I was gonna do. When I was looking at the numbers and I was putting in the values, I'll be like, oh geez, I'm gonna get wrecked. Might just be better doing morale damage. Nice! They didn't even make it to the Lord. Lure, oh yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. What's this? Monsters have 20% chance to deal a critical strike. Or Juboko gives me a rare monster. This is his level 1 form at 100 health. He does 38 damage. Ooh, this is actually kind of cool. Let me think here. Does 38 to everybody, which is considerable. Like my average single target hit is 40. We're gonna hold off for now because I really need a trap. Multi-action. Although I lose 1 trap for it, the multi-action will make it equal, and then as the lure gets better, I essentially have 3 traps. If I can get that going, you'll see what I mean. Alright, so Muhath took quite a beating, but I really needed her for this one. Okay, engineer or trainer? I don't have a lot of money. I don't think I can afford the traps. So should I train 1 monster or 1 trap? That's my options. I guess I'll train the 1 trap. It's not a very good thing, but I don't really see engineer appear that often. With traps, they don't really take too much of a change until the later stages. So this is the level 1 form, and this is the level 2 form. It's just an extra 10 morale difference. So you looking at this, I can understand you being very skeptical about the value of this thing. So even level 3 is just minus 35 morale, but then at level 4 it applies multi-action too. Unless it's been changed, in which case I just threw away lots of money. The R&D has developed new traps. He's very proud of it. He wants to sell it to you for a few gold coins, but I don't even have that much. All right, siege. Hopefully you will not ask me for my lure. Let's see what we get. Okay. All right, not bad. Go and do this. Okay, next week of monsters. Lots of gold for this one. think this. What is disaster? Is that something that I get, or is it disaster to them, or is it disaster to me? I don't remember what a disaster is. I really want the gold. Master bonus is pretty cool though. Probably master bonus. Looking at it one way, you might think of it as leveling up your master for 100 gold. We'll do that. We'll go for the master bonus. Do I need to move anybody around? I don't think so. I think we're good. So first off, we're going to... This doesn't do anything yet. Poison. Yeah, poison would be a nice start. Dodges the activations of the first trap encountered. Can't be effective with poison, I guess that's fine. Now we are going to bring in, let's see here, Tran, Ilra, and Carolyn. Now these are actually all my level 1 dudes, but there's a reason for that. These get the Tran and Ilra have the highest damage efficiency. Now that being said, Ilra this time is in the middle, so he should get a chance to fire once. This statistics does not take into account speed. That's going to take a lot more work in the future when I have time to sit down and do that. But right now I'm running, like, this is Sunday. I have to record this today, and then edit it, and then render it for Monday. So like I'm really behind on my stuff. Let's see here. So we're going to go with these three. Also, they're level 1. I think this is probably the most efficient route. Carolyn has high fire resistance, and these guys attack front, rear, fire. So similar to what I did with the first guy, I put in someone that can pretty much just take the damage from whoever is attacking that specific single slot. The Rallying Horn next. Alright, and so for this group, we've got Laugh, Argug, and Gruhin. Let's see here. Laugh will be the dude in the back. He's got a minus 15% fire resistance, but he has 120 health, so he will survive quite some time. Whereas Cruz does have more fire resistance, he just has half the health. So we're not going to go with that. So our choices are Argug or Grun in front. I'm thinking Grun does more damage, so having him stay alive longer might be better. We'll probably do Grun. He'll take more fire damage from this person. Ricochets once the monster position behind the target if the target is defeated. Yeah, I don't like that, but it's... I don't like the severe damage he's gonna take. He's gonna take like 50 damage from this, so he'll probably get hit by it twice. But he will imply enraged everybody. That is something. And Grun will stay alive longer to do damage. The last up we'll have Laugh to take the fire arrows. And then our slave holder.
Come get some.
Alright, so we've got... Should I apply tiredness? Damage dealt reduced by 20%. Do lightning strike first. My characters are pretty much going to die after the first wave of attacks. So if anything that survives after second, we may try applying. Though I think I lose 2 debuffs from these 2 rooms right here. So, alright. My choices are fire or nature. 30 front, 20 nature. So 20 nature, that's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll do 20 nature. It's hard to see, but this also applies poison. Okay, now we've got freezing breath. We'll try that and see if I can get another move in. The succubus gets one more move, that's it. I'm assuming it will. I'm assuming your speed, you'll lose 2 stacks, so this will be good for 3 stacks of slow. So now when, let's see here. So he's at 5, 4, okay. 3. Alright, so that's so roughly okay. Especially if they're. Why did you go first? 55? Oh, wow, you're still faster than my guys even when you're slowed. So it actually slowing didn't matter too much. These guys are so slow.
I'm giving it.
Nice. I feel like that was very efficient. Alright, so I can reduce the morale by 10. I can have a basic 8 power increase, which I don't actually know what that involves. So maybe like for the front attack, that is 100% damage, and for the area attack, that's like a fourth. Do Burning Whip. Some kind of a cool idea. I don't generally use Burning Whip. Battle would have to last 2 turns, and power would then be superior to Burning Whip, I guess. Not counting the burning damage, I suppose. Challenging. We'll go with power. Maybe I should just bust up my level 1s for this training session. How much money do I have? 429. Okay. Suppose we should just bust up all my level 1s and try to train up as many of them as I can. Not really sure I'll ever use these imps though. They seem just way too fragile. Ricochet to the hero position, but turret where else? Let's pull you out. Extra 20 hit points does help you a lot. Yeah, I'm here, this is good. Then let's take a look at what we can level with this group. If I had infinite money, sure I'd level those imps, but I don't have infinite money. I need to decide very carefully what I'm leveling. Alright, Tran, you seem to be picked a lot according to my statistics, my spreadsheet, so maybe I should beef you up a bit. I mean, I don't really care about that too much, but more hit points might work. I don't know how. I don't know what this power really results in. Let's see. According to my previous battle, Tran did 18 damage. So if I level him up now, he does 22 damage. Okay. So Ilra, you are still going to be just as slow, but you'll get enraged when things happen. Sure, let's go ahead and hit that. And now we're bankrupt. Gonna pop everybody in, the rest up. Who do I have to fight with? Yeah, I've got more soldiers than I require. That's fine. That's totally fine. There you go. That looks good. Everybody's level 2 now. In the active room, that is. And a few spares. So I think I can stop trying to focus so hard on getting monsters in my army. Just need gold. More gold. Always more gold. Let's go to the workout. So we could do some yoga. This doesn't seem to help too much, but we'll just go ahead anyways. I'd rather have power. Alright, siege. How many traps do I have left? Alright, I've got these 3 traps. Everything by itself is not that big a deal. So as long as it's not the enraged trap, I think I'm alright. Fine, whatever. Take this lure. Okay, so I can recruit a rare monster for 200 gold. Let's do it. Let's actually take a look at his stats. I didn't really look at it before. Wow, 175 health. That's like 3 times many of my monsters' health. And he's got a handsome 8 motivation. Pretty good. 60 damage is severe, but he only does center attack, which none of my guys, basically the monster that he'll be fighting will, or the hero that he'll be fighting will continuously deal out damage. We'll leave him alone for now because he is level 1. So he can probably give me a lot more benefit if I bring him up to level 2. So now I've got plenty of motivation in my characters or monsters, so I can afford to have a lot more of them get defeated. Wow. Okay, I guess we'll just do the first one because I really want the gold, but I don't have any artifacts yet. That's the thing. I have no artifacts. Okay, I can do... Wait, that's a plunder. That's not a... Okay, let's get at least one artifact. I kind of looked at the time. It took me about 8 minutes to write down all the stats and try to figure out who is best for this. So let's see here. But I haven't looked at the trap, so that at least gives you something if you want to see how placement works. We're thinking maybe nature for the first one. Can't be affected by poison. All resistances, damage, and morale. Traps reduced by 50%. Okay, well that's nothing great, but all right. Okay, so first we've got up front coffee. Then we've got Jeagle and Wraith. Hopefully I planned that out right. Otherwise I just went too fast for nothing. Well, too fast on slapping them down. In the front we've got Gruhen. And then in the center we've got Laugh. And then in the rear we have Hasaki. Hopefully this all works out. Oh wow. Trap is right at the end, huh? I'd like to be able to, this, I would totally like to be able to switch through this. Okay, we'll do the rallying horn instead. And if anybody's still around, I guess we will poison you.
Prepare to die.
Okay, so this is a disaster apparently. I can do some bleeding, or I can do some fire damage with fire weakness. There is going to be a little bit of fire up ahead. Let's do it. Let's do heat wave. Do I have any more fire up ahead? I don't think this is fire, is it? No, there's nobody fire. Alright, so this will be plenty. Except for that, but I'm imagining Coffee will be dead before that wears off, so we'll go ahead and just smash him with 52 nature damage.
And give it hit. And give it hit.
Alright, so first up we have Flyer's Tiredness, Flyer's Air Damage and Vulnerable.
And give it hit.
If I were to hit you 3-ish times with this, but she's not going to get that many moves. Can't be affected by poison, but we'll do some nature damage, which he's already weak to.
And give it hit. 엉키는
Here comes my dinner!
Nice.
One more corpse to decorate my home!
Ice damage from monsters' attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it's lower than ice resistance. Oh wow, that's gonna really mess up my spreadsheet, but wow, okay. Damage dealt by monsters to heroes at their maximum life increased by 100%. So what does this mean? Like if the hero is at full life, they get double damage? That's really just an extra attack. One extra attack out of all the attacks going on. Not even per monster, because if 3 monsters are attacked, this is basically 3 extra attacks total, maybe. We'll go with the liquid nitrogen capsule. This makes me think that if I have ice attacks, as long as their fire resistance, whatever their fire resistance is, it's gonna pick the lowest one. So, wow, I'm gonna have to create a separate tab for that one. Okay. It's kind of rough. I don't have a lot of gold. I've got a lot of wounded now. Okay, merchant or event. We'll just do event. A shifty supplier. Yep, let's do it. Send us some plunder out. We'll take the gold and a slight chance for an artifact. More wait, I could train. I have a lot of money for training. They did reach me. Want to plunder again. Okay, I guess we'll just take the gold. And my biggest dude is, of course it's Samael.